was a kid, I was huge into astronomy. Like, I love that stuff. I read everything I could about it. I was, watched that kind of stuff on TV. And that was something I really wanted to do when I was an adult, just because, I don't know, I just loved, looking at the sky when I was a kid, like looking at constellations and everything. It just really interested me.
I used to want to be a scientist because I really liked math and science and experimenting with things.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a doctor because they get paid the most.
When I was younger, I really wanted to be an Air Force fighter pilot because of this YouTube video that I saw one time that was just really motivational for me to get out and serve my country and be a pilot in some sort of way. But I figured if I was going to be a pilot, I might as well be an Air Force fighter pilot so I could just take that extra mile, that extra step to protect people.
When I was little, I wanted to be a baseball player, and it was probably just because I saw a lot of older guys running around on the baseball field, and I liked seeing how they pitched and how they threw and how hard it went, and so I always wanted to follow with them and do what they did.
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. I made my parents buy me all these astronaut books, and I was really, really into it. And then I grew up, and I don't know, it started to scare me. So I guess not.
When I was a little kid, in my head, I just really wanted to be a chef, a cook. I guess last name being Baker, that was just the thing I just wanted to do.
When I grew up, I wanted to be honest, I wanted to be a mermaid for some reason. I don't know, I loved water, just swimming in the ocean, but then I saw Jaws and I didn't like water anymore, so I just wanted to be a lawyer or something, but that's changed, so now I want to be a psychologist.
When I was little, I always wanted to be a mommy when I grew up, and I probably will. So one day in the next 25 years, I'm probably 15.
I think the first thing I remember is wanting to be president, I think. So, when I was really little, I really wanted to be president to be able to change the world.
When I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a pet store owner, and I wanted to own all the little puppies, and they all line up, and so that I could always see them every day. And then whenever I sold one, I would be happy, but it'd be very sad that way I had to sell a puppy. So that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid.
When I was young, I wanted to be a cowboy and a firefighter. A cowboy because you got to ride horses and road cattle and ride bulls and stuff.
As a little kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I was obsessed with whales after going to SeaWorld one time in my life, and after that, I thought I was meant to work with whales.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be everything. I could never make up my mind, which has been a problem up to this day, because every 2 weeks when I was little, I would change my mind and come up with something else. So I'm hoping that I can stick to dermatology for now, because I thought about doctor for a while when I was a kid, so we'll go with that.
When I was a little kid, whenever the garbage truck would drive by, for some reason I had this fascination with it, and just watching the garbage man throw it all in there and crush it. And for a while in my life, I wanted to be a garbage man because I just had this fascination with what they did. I don't know why, but I liked it.
I was a little kid, I wanted to be an artist when I grew up, and one time I walked up to a lady in the art aisle. I met a real artist at Michael's, and she was even wearing the beret, and that was the highlight of my 5-year-old childhood. So.
Whenever I was a little kid, I wanted to be Buzz Lightyear because he was awesome.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be invisible.